Well, many of us have been speculating for a really long time what the next iteration of the Avengers will look like and who will be taking up the lead. But recently, the king of all things Marvel, Kevin Feige, talked about this a little bit, and what he had to say made many people feel like Avengers Endgame would be the final Avengers movie. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what Feige said and what it might really mean for the future of the MCU. I think everybody should just calm down for a second. Now, before we dive into that though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, the huge giveaway. We're going to give away this Oculus Quest 2 at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on our giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Also, while you're at it, make sure you check out that free Week of Skillshare down below. It's a spectacular way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, while not diving too deep into your pockets. Plus, it really does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, many of us have been wondering for quite a while when we're going to hear some more about the Avengers as a franchise. And it's been pretty much assumed by everybody that we're going to see another Avengers film, but with just a different roster of heroes, very much like the comics. But recently, Kevin Feige made a statement that has a lot of people wondering if Endgame is actually the final Avengers movie. Now, back in 2019, Endgame actually brought Marvel's first overarching story, the Infinity Saga, to a rather epic conclusion. And it totally laid the groundwork for a lot of new characters and stories that we're now seeing take place in what we're calling Phase 4 and Phase 5. Now, it's been generally assumed that an Avengers 5 would take place sometime in the future and just be made up of a roster of a lot of these new characters we've been meeting over the last year or two. But that might not be quite the safe bet we thought it was. Now, in the most recent episode of Marvel Studios Assembled, which focuses on Chloe Zhao's Eternals, and it is available on Disney+, Kevin Feige talked a little bit about the future of the MCU and specifically the Avengers. Check out this quote. Marvel Studios and the Marvel Cinematic Universe is now past their 10th anniversary with the release of the Final Avengers movie. We finally completed a 22-movie Infinity Saga. Now, for many people, this quote is being taken literally, and I have to say, it did kind of sound that way. But, let's be really clear, there's no way this franchise is dying as is. As we've seen in Hollywood, these things always find a way of coming back, and although we might not see the Avengers anytime soon, I suspect some variation of the Avengers could be in place. The New Avengers, the Young Avengers, the Savage Avengers, or maybe the Magic Avengers, also known as Midnight Suns, and we also have the X-Men and the Fantastic Four hanging in the wings, so Marvel clearly has a lot of team-up ideas. I actually think Feige, when speaking about this, was probably talking about the Infinity Saga itself. Marvel Studios has always made it pretty clear they have some sort of future for the Avengers and there would be a new lineup, so when he made this statement, I actually believe he's speaking to that original team. Now, obviously, nothing is ever totally official until Kevin Feige or somebody at Marvel Studios or Disney says so, and we're kind of in speculation territory. I cannot imagine a movie with the impact that Endgame had, not to mention how well Infinity War, Age of Ultron, and even the first Avengers movie did, that they would just allow this franchise to die where it stands. I do think they will be strategic, and I don't think they'll rush it. I actually think the next Avengers movie, if it does happen, is likely to be that Secret Wars movie the Russos are talking about, but heck, there's no reason even to call that Avengers anymore. You could just call it Secret Wars and Marvel Studios branding would pretty much carry the day. That might be a really important attribute in all of this because Marvel's branding now is much more powerful than when that first Avengers movie was very successful. They don't really need to build their success on the back of the Avengers. At this point, they're just Marvel, and that seems to be enough to get them out of the gate with most people. In any case, if we hear anything about another Avengers movie, we're obviously going to bring it to you right away. But I gotta know what you guys think. Do you think Avengers Endgame is the final Avengers movie? And if not, when do you think we'll get to see the team once again? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like and click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not going to get any updates. Peace.